M&A is building up at the moment. We've seen a number of transactions in recent weeks. We've got a big fight over an iron ore project in Australia right now. We've seen the Chinese coming in. They've been buying copper, lithium, cobalt, all sorts of things. So there is a lot of potential in the world markets where the Chinese are often trying to dominate, and where the European Union and the United States are also looking for national champions to make sure that these things are not necessarily completely dominated by the Chinese going forwards. I would suggest looking at any copper stock. Almost all copper stocks around the world, I think, are up for grabs. But in particularly friendly countries, Zambia, where the economic environment and the local operating environment's quite helpful. Chile, of course, is always another one. Slightly more expensive as an operating environment, but very good and well defined for developing mines in, and lots of copper resources there. There are a few copper stocks out there in the marketplace that we think are very exciting. Arc Minerals, which is in Zambia, and they've just consolidated the Zam-Sort asset, which has historic good quality drill holes on the property. They are now drilling it in order to reconfirm those numbers. I think the market will be excited when those numbers come through. Another copper stock is Asia Met Minerals in Indonesia. Very good quality copper drilling, long intersections of high-grade copper. Yes, it's Indonesia, which is a tricky place, but sometimes it's worth being in a difficult place if the property looks good enough. So Asia Met trades well in the market and certainly is very exciting as a copper discovery. And I think somebody's going to want to come in and buy this. So M&A is heating up in the sector. Atlas Iron is being bid for, in fact fought over by a couple of rival groups in Australia. Gina Rinehart was coming in with Redstone, $390 million offer. That is being blocked potentially by Fortescue Metals, who also want to come in with a rival offer, we think. So they're all running their slide rules over this because they've got an iron ore project which they think they can upgrade to sell better quality iron for big premium prices, and they think they'll make a massive uplift on their money there. Also in Arizona, no surprise, Arizona Mining. It's got 101 million tons of 10% zinc. That's quite nice. And they're being bid for by South 32. That's a $1.8 billion bid. So there is a lot going on in the space right now. And I think we're going to see many more of these acquisitions coming, with major groups looking to buy development-ready projects or projects that can be upgraded in value in some way. And I think there's a lot of potential in this market for that. Newcrest successively bought a couple of stakes in SolGold. The value of that went up to $400–500 million. And of course, they funded the major drilling program at the Alpala project in Ecuador. That looks very interesting, but for me, what's really exciting about SolGold is they now own a lot of ground in Ecuador, which they are exploring on, and where I think further discovery is going to be made. So I think there's a lot of further upside to come from this. We've got Blue Jay Minerals, for example. It's an industrial mineral with titanium mineral sands. It's world class. It's the type of asset that the majors are going to run their numbers over. If you're in the mineral sands business, if you're either a competitor like Iluka, or you're a major that's consuming the material, like Rio Tinto, for example, then I think it's something it's a must-have.